day 64 of Freedom Ride 2316, and we are riding parallel to the Mississippi River on the east bank. We crossed Mississippi River last night just before sunset. It was a beautiful day. We did 50 miles yesterday to reach the river. We're going to do another 50 today. We are officially 2,000 miles into the journey now, into the Freedom Ride. So we have done 2/3 and we got about a third left. Our total will be 3,166 miles at the end. And we just reached 2,000. So we're still pedaling, we're still having a good time, and learning a lot, and meeting incredible people along the way, and seeing incredible things. All at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. It really changes your perspective on life, seeing this huge country at 10 to 15 miles an hour. We just rode, we're riding north out of Quincy, Illinois right now. We spent the earlier part of this week riding from Hamilton, Missouri, where our last RV stop was, and our RV is now parked in Nauvoo, Illinois, just straight north of us here along the river, about 50 miles from here. We're riding today, and we had a good ride across Missouri. Went through some back roads, lots of ups and downs, through hills, small 200-foot hills, but just once we got into eastern Kansas, it got pretty hilly, so we've been smoking the hills though after doing all those mountains. We got some good techniques figured out to get up and down those hills pretty efficiently. So the challenge right now that we've been facing for the last couple days and the last couple weeks is the wind. Right now we have an 18-mile-an-hour headwind coming in just off our left-hand side. It's coming in from the west, and so that's the biggest challenge right now, is figuring out how to pedal efficiently through that wind. But we were able to do it yesterday for 50 miles, so that's pretty cool. We learned a lot about how to do that. So every day we learn a little bit more, we see a little bit more, and we meet a little bit more. So we meet new people, and it's been a couple weeks since I've got on here. Honestly, I just needed some time to process what's been going on, my own self-discovery out here, and it's good to. Thanks for tuning in again. It's been, I got to see my family, my wife and 2 girls, then I got to see 11 years, and then I got to learn all about Gallatin, Missouri, where all 7 of them, and that's where my parents were when I was born. My sister was born there too. We're just down the road in Chillicothe, but we lived in Gallatin. Especially got to visit a place called Adam-on-Diamond a couple of times. My grandparents were the caretakers of that place for a while, and took us out there to see where they spent their time. A really cool place called Preacher's Rock, where my grandpa would jog to every morning and sit on this rock and pray, and he had some really important moments in his life there. So good to reconnect with that. He's been gone for 17 years now. Passed away in 1999. But this bike ride started off as a tribute to him. So you have to ride bikes, and close to it. And he's been watching out for us all along the way. In fact, I believe that I've gotten a couple of messages from him along the way. So this is a ride for WD, and it's been a good opportunity for me to learn what value relationships have in your life. I've been isolating myself for many years now from my friends and family, and for various reasons. Being out here and being able to reconnect with family, people I had really no idea who they were, but they always had high hopes for me. They're still sending us, helping guide through inspiration. Little signs of love here along the way. Getting to connect with aunts, uncles, carrying on my grandparents' legacy has been a huge blessing. I've been able to visit with all 7 of those children. They're my aunts and uncles and my mom. I've been able to visit with all of them over the last 2 months, which was my greatest desire to do. When my grandmother passed away 5 years ago, but the family dynamics, things going on, I just have never been able to, and I was isolating myself. I was never able to connect. So over the last 2 months I've been able to do that, and Joe! He's listening to his headphones. Hurry. You need to go catch up to him so he can stop. Just pull it off. So Matthew's out on the route with us again, and we're just working out the issues on his bike here and there. Yesterday his tire was rubbing on the frame, so we had to do some roadside maintenance, and we've been using a lot of bungee cords on our bikes to secure things to them. Pure WD style. My grandpa, he used to carry furniture on his bike. He'd strap it down and carry that stuff everywhere. Alright, let's go. Doesn't matter, hold on to it, let's go. Let's go catch up to Joe.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
Ride hard. Alright. Been working with Matthew for the last day to figure out how to stay together on the same pace, how to do the hills. So anyway, a lot of retrospection, introspection, whatever you want to call it, going on this last couple weeks for me, and so I'm just popping on here to let you guys know we're still working, we're still going, and we'll be in Maryland, Fort McHenry, Baltimore on June 17th. For anybody that wants to come out to the finish or ride with us for a few days to the finish. My wife's going to be out there for 3 days, not riding with us, so I'm excited about that. Today it's day 64, and we are riding for the great discoveries in life. And honestly, that's what prompted me to get back on here. So I just wanted to let you know that I had some great discoveries going on in my life recently. That's what I'm out here for. And watching this young man ahead of me, Mr. Matthew, I'm watching him develop and make some great discoveries of his own right before my eyes. It's an awesome thing to witness. If you haven't seen Matthew in a long time, you might not recognize him because he's put on 20 pounds probably in the last month, and about an inch of height, and he's got muscles popping out all over. But he's also maturing mentally as well. And hopefully by the end of this trip we can get some pinpricks into his spiritual man. You're not going to take So that's the 18-mile-an-hour headwind you're hearing. And we're just trying to average 12 miles an hour for the next 5 hours. It's not going to be for nightfall. Mississippi River floodplain. And that is the natural levee right there. It goes from all the way over there, which is about a mile or two, to all the way over here. But incredible. So toward the later part of the ride, if I get a chance, I'll back on and be riding right next to the river as we go into Nauvoo from Hamilton. It's a really beautiful ride. Trees all over the road. A big levee on the right side with cool rocks, and then a river on the left. But to be honest, the cell phone coverage is really surprisingly bad in Nauvoo. I can't make any phone calls there, can't get any data, and the Wi-Fi is really slow, so you might not hear from us for a couple days as we're exploring that. Nauvoo's a cool place. If you haven't heard of Nauvoo before, look it up. Really interesting things happen there. Place to go visit. Preserve so much of the original outdoors, do that. Understanding and light has come into your life. Take a moment today or this weekend when you have a minute. Great discoveries of truth. Those are the great discoveries of time. Not those posts, doing the hard work to leave. All kids. He's left a literal trail across the United States. Just check. So, figure out what breadcrumbs I need to leave for them. You can't take the journey for your loved ones, for your kids. You have to work on getting them as much exposure as you can, and putting the breadcrumbs out there, the truth, so they can find them when they come to ask those questions. Those are the great discoveries we can have in life. It's wonderful to get breadcrumbs as I went through Missouri. This is my dad's grave. He left breadcrumbs, messages on his headstone. So what a cool thing. And Joe's putting breadcrumbs out here on these plaques. And he's put in really high places on trees. Hard to get to places. So journey is not easy to get to them. But if you take it, you're going to find some really cool truths that can help you in your life. So whether you choose to follow the checklist that Joe's laying out, that I'm pondering as we go through here, or you go looking for the breadcrumbs from your own family, those you know now and don't know, that you find through genealogy. Those breadcrumbs are incredibly valuable to each of us, because you have people with the same genetics, most likely been brought up in a similar environment, so they perceive the world in a way similar to you, maybe even use the same kind of vocabulary and words, and then they're genetically similar. So because of that, they can speak to you in a way that others can't. And trust me, those people have left breadcrumbs everywhere you look. They leave a trail. And where I isolated myself from those learnings, now turning toward them, opening my heart, try to understand what they were trying to say. You might ask yourself the question, if I died today, bring it home. One thing, what would it be? What would I tell them to help them through this life and to be able to step up from the experience that I've gained? About the breadcrumbs that you leave. Your friends, your family, your close friends. If you've lived 60, 70, 80, 90 years on this earth, you got a lot of wisdom. How are you going to share that? Write a book. Running class. Go. 31 miles. I'm going to record a message. Message in a bottle out in the ocean. Are you going to leave a word, a headstone? Breadcrumbs for posterity through generations to come. So we got a technical difficulty that only a WD individual can fix here. Alright, we're going to watch Joe WD this thing. Say hi, Joe. You're on Periscope. I don't know. It's not telling me.
Hi, everybody. We're in the Mississippi Basin along the Illinois-Missouri state line. It's absolutely beautiful up here.
Nan says hi.
Hi, Nan. This guy right here had put on 20 pounds since we started this ride. 20 pounds. I tried to pick him up a while back before I knew something was that he either had rocks in his pockets or he's getting muscles or something. Now if we could just get some of that muscle to go to his head, we're going to be good to go. He wrecked yesterday, did an endo off a cliff and survived it. Feet in the stirrups, it was pretty cool. He didn't even cry. It was amazing. Yeah. So
He just kept going for a while.
okay.
See it.
You want me to carry this weight then for you? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was saying we gotta do something with that.
Okay.
So I was trying to hold it with one hand and pipe with the other. It was not very easy.
Well, let's just do it this way then. Yeah, you pretty much hammered this little deal. Man. I didn't have anything on. I had nothing on. Nothing. I'm not getting internet or anything.
Why do your headphones in your ear?
Just because I don't like the wind noise. I think that'll do it right there, buddy. Look at it.
tick. So yeah, we've been battling the ticks ever since we got into Kansas. They're everywhere out here.
This wind is horrendous.
And then we got chiggers starting to pick up.
Wind is like killer. 43 miles left to go.
43 miles left. All right.
Okay.
Just a walk in the park.
How far have we gone?
7. So that's cool. Nan just texted in that said she found some cool breadcrumbs, DNA breadcrumbs for her family. So the breadcrumbs are everywhere in your DNA, in written word, and media. And heck, I was finding my Aunt Adrian found me some breadcrumbs for my maternal grandfather. Breadcrumbs were in arrest records and newspapers that talked about his arrest. So breadcrumbs are everywhere, and the important thing is to find the breadcrumbs and then try to understand what they're teaching you about the family that you are in. You're here on Earth, because that family dynamic, the family that you were born into is really important for finding your formula for happiness. And you've got hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people that have gone before you, have lived on the earth. Some have found happiness, some have not. So each one of them has left a trail of breadcrumbs to their final destination, which is their final words on their deathbed. And that's their trail here on Earth. So we have this awesome bread trail of people just like us to go and study and to learn from and to figure out our own formula. So that's a great discovery for me. That's what I think I'm going to write. With that, I'm going to say bye and go find somebody to hug today and tell them